All right, people, what's this then? Did you hear that crunch? That's the first little bit of off-roading that I've done. I've been around the field a couple of times. There we go, it's a base. Discovery 2. It's the facelift one. What do you reckon? Looks right, doesn't it? I paid £3 for it. That's kind of okay. I wish it was like 2.5, but it was free because it came through a dealer. He picked out an auction. It's probably going to cost me a lot more money in the long run, but I think it's really bloody cool. Do you think it's bloody cool? It's just what I needed, really. I mean, it can tow 3.5 ton. It's got the tow bar there, and yeah. To be able to hook up this and get the digger at some point if the bloke stops messing about. That's the whole reason why I bought this. Bit of a toy as well. It's just like a backup vehicle. I prefer driving it much more over my van. It's lifted 2 inches, got these big fat wheels on. The space is 30mm. These tyres are BF Goodrich. They're the best, apparently all terrain. But they are quite perished because they're quite old. £200 a tyre. I need 4 pretty much. I mean, I might get away with it. It's got 6 months MOT left on it. We'll see. I've been looking at the other tyres. I don't really like any of the others. I like these ones and they're the most bloody expensive ones. But £200 a tyre, or maybe 180. That's £800 tyres. Ugh. This is probably the tyre with the least tread on. But it's still got plenty there, and I just thought, right, tyres are tyre, but I just didn't think that was going to cost that much. I noticed it was a little bit perish, and I thought, yeah, maybe I need a couple of tyres, but I didn't realise that the year on these, if you look, you see here, now them first 2 digits are supposed to be the weeks in the year, and the last 2 are the year. So, but the issue with that is there isn't 71 weeks in a year, is there? So at first, the other day I took it to Tim's basically to check it over, and we thought these tyres were 2011. If you look on the inside, just there, I don't know whether you can see it, that is 4/8/14. So the 48th week in 2014. So these tyres are 8 years old. Not great, are they? I just looked at how much tread there was. I didn't think, right, I need to replace them because they're old. I'll show you through the other little niggly bits. Of course, we've got a little bit of an oil leak. Front of the chassis is all good. We've got coilovers. No rust. Mid-sashi. It's pretty good. Nothing looks like it's got any major problems. All the seals are good. Body straight, no rust on the body apart from a tiny bit up here. You see that? And then the dreaded rear quarter chassis. Okay, kind of. Right, this was the rear step. That's absolutely mashed, so they just cut it off. That doesn't mean anything. It has been plated here before. Up here is pretty solid. There's a little bit of surface rust up there. Back of this doesn't look too healthy, does it? And then the opposite side, there's a plate here again. There's a plate there. So this one looks worse. It almost looks a bit twisted. This is a little bitch. So there. So yeah, probably a little bit of welding needed. Maybe that can be plated again. But I am considering a rear quarter chassis, getting that done. If you pay someone else 700 quid, I could do it probably a little bit cheaper. Because it's so high, I could probably just do it underneath. You have to drop the fuel tank, you can leave the body on, you cut it out, put it on. I've got a welder that could help me as well. I'm going to leave it as is, we'll sort it out later. So this tow bar, obviously I need to get that on. This is a little bit too high, so I need to drop it down to there. Usually the headliner's dropping these. This one's perfect. There's a little bit of discoloration over in that corner there. The sunroofs don't leak. They haven't been sealed. The biggest issue, apart from the rear quarter chassis, is it pulls to the left on hard braking. So the back brakes have just been done. These are brand new discs and pads. Not sure about their calipers, maybe they're new. The lines are new on the back as well, and the front. We've got drilled and grooved discs, but the calipers are old and cruddy. So first protocol would be changing the front calipers, seeing if that improves the situation, and then go from there. And then I'll check the lines if I need to. You can get one of them pressure gauges. I can do the brakes. I say I can do the brakes. I've got the confidence to do the brakes. I can sort out brakes. I've only had my car license 3 years. So I don't know that much about car mechanics. I can do motorbike stuff because I've had my motorbike license for like ages, and I do all my own stuff on my motorbikes. But for cars, it's kind of, I don't know, it's almost like a bigger version, but there's stuff on here I don't know what it is. There's a particular way to start this as well, because the key doesn't necessarily fit properly. It sounds like it's stolen, doesn't it? So a lot of people have trouble with the Discovery 2s in terms of their key. And I've got straight away what you need to keep in, not tissues or anything. You need this and a small hammer as well, and also a chisel to open up the fuel cap. And the instruments don't light up as well. All the warning lights are there. It's just the back bulbs, the ones that just glow up the dial. So I need to replace the bulbs because I've checked the fuses and they was fine. There is a fuse that I need to replace in the engine compartment. I'm going to do that now, and the air filter looked pretty worse for wear. Even though it recently been serviced, obviously they just didn't bother doing the air filter. What's the point in that? They're only like £6, aren't they? So I've got a new one. I need to do that, replace that fuse, drop this, sort out my trailer and put the lights on. I've gone to London and back in it. That was like an hour and a half each way. Because the tyres are big, the speedo doesn't work properly. It thinks I'm going slower than I actually am. So I need to make sure that I go under the speed limit according to the dial, but I'm actually going faster. I've been down Halfords. The oil level hasn't dropped, but I've got some oil just in case. Some coolant. I've got some bolts because I need them for the trailer. Heat shrink stuff as well. Yeah, all my tools. I just chucked them in the back just in case. That's what you do. Does anyone else do that when they buy a new car? You just load it up with loads of tools in the back. I'm going to fit this now, if I can get the other one off. I don't think we've got much choice but to go on the bottom ones here. I'm just going to put a little bit of copper slip on. I think that's pretty even. They're both touching the ground. Yeah, Whilst I'm here, and I know that I had to check the dates on these. So that is 48-14, so the 48th week in 2014. Quite old. This one's the worst one though, you can see. You know, the thread inside on the sidewall. Got my spare already. I'm gonna put that straight on. Fucker. All done. Just need to take this off. I had to turn them this way. They're designed to go landscape. I would have turned it the other way so the indicator was further out, but the lights are on the bottom, you know, for the number plate. But obviously I can't have a number plate down here, can I? This gave me a bit of aggro because I had to do a really wide hole. My step drill bit, it wasn't big enough. I had to fetch another one today. I got light set with the front position lights because you're supposed to have it if it's over 1.6 meters wide, which this is 2.35. Connected that up with some bullet connectors, put some heat shrink around it as well. So I'm ready to rock and roll and do some digger collecting. I know that the chassis at the back, I will pull away slowly and brake slowly. I don't think I mentioned it before. This is a manual. It's a 2.5 turbo diesel. It's a TD5. It's done 150,000 miles as well. So yeah. Just waiting on the bloke contacting me but selling the digger. I didn't pick out the first weekend because I couldn't borrow Tim's motor, and so I'm sorted now. I've got trailer sorted, that sorted, but I think he's a little bit he comes across as autistic, and if I try and say to him like too far in advance, can I come and pick it up then? He says, yeah, it should be fine, but check nearer the time. And I'm like, well, no, I need to know now. There's a bank holiday weekend this weekend coming, and I was going to go and stay up there with Lou and Arthur. But the bloke was just like, yeah, it should be fine, but can we confirm nearer the time? I was like, well, no, I can't because I need to book accommodation. And he said, oh, okay, oh, well, maybe we can leave it till midweek. The thing is, I wanted to do it on the weekend so someone could come with me just in case something goes wrong, basically. Another set of eyes and ears. And he's just like, it's doing me head in a little bit. It is. The latest thing he said, I think he knows that he's messing me about. So he said that he'll meet me halfway, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, I've just spent all this money and bought this motor and everything to like come all the way over to you. But I'm just waiting for him. Like, so he said, all right, can I meet you halfway? And I said, right, halfway is Milton Keynes. Is that all right with you? So I think I'm just gonna have to wait until last minute. I do feel like just saying, do you want to sell it or not? I need to spray the bloody field tomorrow. These bloody thistles. I'm going to get some pigs this year. Anyway, I'm off now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.